Okay, the lesson I have chosen to enhance with technology is a lesson on teaching the concept of symbolism in literature. The lesson objective is to understand and identify symbolism in literature, and the technology tool I have chosen is called Book Widgets, which was launched in 2019. Book Widgets is a tool that lets teachers create engaging and interactive lessons for tablets, smartphones, and computers and Chromebooks. It allows teachers to create a variety of interactive activities and it automatically grades them. This tool can be used to engage students more effectively and make lessons more interactive and interesting. When I began um, exploring book widgets, I went through the initial process. It was a little um, unfriendly, the interface at first, until I discovered a few things, which I'll show you. What you get a 30-day free trial, and then it is a paid service. I think it was $9.95 a month. Okay, so when you enter the program, you go to widgets, and this is where you get to create the activity that you want to do. Under the Create New Widget tab, opens a menu of many different things that you can create. This was the highlight of this app when I was learning about it. So you have your test and review category, and even within all of these categories, there are many different options of things that you can do. It has built-in templates for games using your content um, to input into these game style applications, pictures and video, presentations, games, interactive elements. There's a math section, an embed third party section, and then some miscellaneous items, surveys, checklists, planners. So some of the test and review features seem very common to many other technology applications. However, there are a lot of options within it. And then I thought all of these other options really are what made this book widget stand out to me. Uh, I created a quiz to go along with the lesson. I just inputted a few sample questions to show you how the quiz feature works. And one of the highlights to this program is the options of live interacting live with these lessons, similar to like a Nearpod. Also, the grading and reporting section has a lot of features for importing. Until I play or go through the quiz above, there's not a lot to see here unless you've already done something with your classes, but it has individual student work, if you've done surveys, exit slips. So very easy, user-friendly ways to read the exit slips if you were to give that to your students. Also ways to export the data into different forms. Um, so within the widget feature, if you are going to go and create a new widget, if we were going to create a quiz, a couple of highlights that I think are important about this, the features that you can do. You can select, do the students have to answer the questions in order? Can they go in a random? Can they go back? I know sometimes when I create quizzes, a few questions ahead might give an answer to a previous question. So this feature is nice to select that they have to go in a certain order and through different sections. Are they allowed to go back and see what they've done? Can they go back and change answers? So you can select all of that in here and so many other features. I use Google quizzes and forms a lot, which this is very similar to, but there are so many more customization options in this one. You can select um, different designs, background images. You can add a lot of visual elements just to basic quiz questions. When I was creating my first when I was practicing, there were a couple options. I wasn't really sure how to use them. And then I discovered this examples tab. And of all the options that I showed you before for these widgets, they will show you what it looks like when it's completed. And that was a really nice feature. Not only does it shows you different types within that category. So this was a really great feature to find examples. So when I created, here's an example of what the students would see. You have also, I need to mention, you share this out. You have many options, several options to share this out. You can use it through Google Classroom. You can use it just a link into whatever learning management system you use. They have, let me just pull it up here. You can print QR codes for different activities. If you were doing something maybe around the classroom, like a learning walk, you can create QR codes. You can send it to student email if you have a simple way to do that. Um, and you would most likely pre-select it to send it back to the Widgets app. You can also have it send it to your school email. Have the students, when they submit it, send it to a different email address. So a lot of different ways to share this. Here is what the quiz looks like for the student. You have just your simple question and then answer selection. It gives the students an idea of what number they're on. It gives them at the end, it will tell them which questions you can have it select to give them their feedback, immediate feedback. Um, You can randomize the question order. This is where then they will submit. And then the student can go back and see their answer choices if they were correct or not. So they get immediate feedback um, at the end of the quiz if you select that they are able to see that. I think that this application has a lot of positive attributes to it. It's a little bit of a downer that it is a paid app. Um, but I think if you got real familiar with it, there's a lot you could do with it that it might be worth the $10 a month. And that's Book Widgets.